In the haziness of the universe, where time itself appears to extend into the limitless, inquiries concerning our universe's beginnings increasingly pose a threat than any time in recent memory. What lies past the edges of our getting it? What existed prior to the creation of everything? For quite a long time, these inquiries have tormented the personalities of humankind, with speculations arising and imploding like the actual stars. Physicists like Brian Cox, who are on the cusp of a new era in cosmic exploration, are daring to challenge our most held beliefs. Is it possible that the universe existed prior to the Big Bang? Is our world simply one in a pattern of unending enormous resurrections? The responses may everlastingly change our view of presence and time itself. While looking at the beginning stages of the universe, numerous requests hit home. What went before the tremendous explosion, expecting that there was no previously? What caused the enormous blast quite a while back? The reaction appeared to be immediate. A magnificent being got everything moving. The universe was created by God approximately 6,000 years ago, according to even Isaac Newton. Later specialists, including an energetic Albert Einstein, expected the universe to be never-ending and ceaseless. Stars could shape and pass on, planets could affect, and developments could rise and fall, yet on a fabulous scale the universe appeared to be predictable. It wasn't long after the 1930s that enticing confirmation for the universe's development emerged, and by the 1960s, the possibility of the enormous detonation as the universe's beginning stage turned out to be broadly acknowledged. As significant as the shift to a heliocentric model of the solar system was this shift in our understanding of the universe. In any case, this new perspective brought up unexpected issues. What was before the huge explosion? What was the idea of room before it began to extend? And should everything end if it begins? These profound questions have been investigated by the renowned physicist Brian Cox, who frequently provides a pivotal perspective. Contrary to commonly held beliefs, Cox contends that the universe existed prior to the Big Bang. He makes sense of that while the universe probably started in an exceptionally hot and thick state known as the enormous detonation, this was not really the beginning. As per Cox, discussing a period before the huge explosion is conceivable. His work has made complex logical thoughts more open to people in general. His examination of the hypothesis of vast expansion returns us to the mid-20th century when perceptions of far-off systems showed they were subsiding from us, a revelation that lined up with Einstein's overall relativity. This downturn demonstrated a developing universe, suggesting that in the far-off past, everything was nearer together. A developing universe likewise intends that over the natural course of time, light stretches, cooling the universe. By extrapolating in reverse, researchers showed up at a state where the universe was hot to such an extent that iotas couldn't shape. This prompted the expectation of the vast microwave foundation, CMB, a glimmer of the huge explosion saw as in 1964 by Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson. The Big Bang theory, which holds that the universe began in a very hot and dense state, was confirmed by this finding. In any case, how far back might we at any point extrapolate? Can we suddenly form pairs of matter and antimatter, or can even protons and neutrons decay into a quark-gluon plasma? A new perspective on the origin of the universe emerges as a result of these considerations. The early universe may have experienced astronomical inflation, when space expanded rapidly, rather than a specific hot, dense state. This period set up for the huge explosion yet didn't make a peculiarity. It is still unknown what occurred prior to inflation or whether inflation was everlasting. However, it is abundantly clear that the Big Bang was not the final beginning. If not the Big Bang, then where did it come from? In a nutshell, we don't know for sure, but there are intriguing possibilities. One hypothesis is that the universe existed prior to the Big Bang as an infinite stretch of ultra-hot, dense, and governed by quantum mechanics material. The enormous detonation could stamp the change to a universe driven by traditional material science. Stephen Selling's no-limit proposition recommends that before the enormous detonation, the truth was limited yet without limits, like the outer layer of the Earth. In contrast, Brian Cox suggests that the universe did not exist prior to the Big Bang. Instead, there was a vast field of energy that was almost still and gently swaying. This energy caused quick development known as expansion, at last changing over into issue and prompting the universe we know. Cox's thoughts challenge customary creation stories, recommending that expansion engrave designs into our universe, shaping locales of fluctuating densities. Our solar system was created as a result of the collapse of these dense regions into the first stars and galaxies. Astoundingly, Cox isn't the only one in these perspectives. Hypothetical physical science proposes that the universe might be essential for a pattern of large bangs and enormous crunches, reaching out to and fro in time. This thought, established in string hypothesis, places that the universe goes through patterns of development and constriction. While early forms of this model battled to match perceptions, late improvements have refined the hypothesis, recommending that a cyclic universe might be conceivable. According to the cyclic model, the universe's expansion and contraction are a part of a larger, eternal process which challenges conventional theories. In addition, this model provides an alternative to the inflationary model, which holds that a multiverse contains an infinite number of universes. The cyclic universe, on the other hand, suggests a more comprehensive explanation that does not call for multiple universes. A variety of this speculation is the large skip, where the universe grows and contracts in cycles. A few variants propose this happens once, while others recommend it happens unendingly. Even though the Big Bounce model challenges the idea of a single beginning, it still requires significant theoretical leaps. Pundits of the inflationary hypothesis contend that it is excessively perplexing and created, proposing that an elective like the enormous skip could give a less difficult, more thorough clarification. In a mirror universe, the cyclic universe proposes that time might move backward, which could provide an explanation for dark matter and other cosmological phenomena without requiring a comprehensive comprehension of the universe's origin. The mission for a total hypothesis of everything proceeds, with creative thoughts testing traditional cosmology and offering new experiences into the universe's real essence. Brian Cox has added to conversations on these significant inquiries, testing the hypothesis of vast expansion and making science available to general society. The possibility of the huge explosion originally arose during the 1920s and 1930s when cosmologists saw that far-off universes appeared to be retreating from us. As per Einstein's overall relativity, a static universe would be gravitationally unsteady. Everything would need to either be moving separated or falling together. The universe was expanding as this apparent recession was observed.